guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review, first impressions tutorial, a little bit of everything on the brand new Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I am so excited to be talking about this palette. As soon as I saw it on Trend Mood, I think it was, on Instagram, that they posted it, I was like, yes, that yellow screamed my name. You guys know that yellow is everything right now in the makeup world. Everybody's using yellow, and I've been using a lot of yellow, especially if you guys follow me on Instagram. Yellow is like my hot thing right now. So I really wanted to put this yellow to the test to see if it's going to live up to my expectations. Now, you guys know Maybelline is one of my favorite brands at the drugstore. It's the first brand that I used when I first started to apply makeup. Like, I had that little 4-piece quad, I think it was like the 4-shadow quad, and I used that every single day when I was in high school. So I'm a big fan of that. And I'm just really excited to see how this is going to perform on the eyes. So if you guys want to continue watching and see how this look was done, and also to see how the shadows performed and find out all the tea, then please go ahead and continue watching, because you won't want to miss what I have to say about this. Okay, so now that we have this beautiful little palette, we are going to go ahead and start off with it. If I can freaking open it. My long ass nails. There we go. So this is what the inside looks like. As you can see, it looks super pretty, and I feel like this is one of Maybelline's more like appealing, high-end looking palettes, even though of course Maybelline's a very affordable brand. So I've been playing a lot with yellow lately, so you guys know that I kind of know which yellows I like and which yellows I don't like. So Lemonade Craze right here is what we're gonna put to the test first, and you can see it looks like there's a lot of product there, so we're just gonna kind of put that little issue to the side. But that wasn't a good first impressions, because I don't mind fallout, but when it's really intensely like that, I'm just kind of like, So let's go ahead. Let's see. Okay, this is a very sheer yellow. Let's see if it builds. I don't know if I really like it. You can barely see it. Like, it barely looks like. I feel like yellow is the one color that I cannot have let me down. And this yellow is letting me down. Do you see? I've already gone in there like probably like 3 times, and you can still barely see it. And you can clearly see how much product there is on my brush, but you just cannot see it barely on the eye. It's building up, but not to the capacity that I would hope for, and I feel like if there's a color that should have been done right in this palette, it should have been the yellow, because I mean, it's called Lemonade Craze, lemons, and it has this yellow in here. So I don't know. You can finally see it a little bit, but it's nothing like the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions yellow. Now we're gonna take this color right here. It's called Ice Pop. This really pretty, like, bold berry color. Like I mentioned, it is very pigmented. You need very little, and it goes on the brush. Now, I do have to say, this color Ice Pop had no fallout. The yellow one had so much fallout. So let's see how this applies. Okay, this one is way more pigmented than the yellow. Looks very pretty. With the yellow next to it. Yes, this one is definitely better. I was like, Maybelline, please don't let me down. You know I love you. This pink color looks much more perfected and prettier than the yellow when applying it, when applying it, and also when using your brush to get it out of the pan. The yellow's so sheer that it's not gonna give me that effect that I wanted. No, it's way too sheer, guys. It's like actually making me sad. And on my complexion, I'm like a tan skin girl, so for me, I feel like in order for you to really see that yellow, you have to use a lot of power and really blend it out. For somebody that's much more fair, this will probably pop on their eyes so quickly because they're definitely lighter, but on me, somebody with darker complexion also like wouldn't benefit from this. So now we're gonna take a shimmer, because I do want to see how these shimmers perform. We're gonna go ahead and, oh my god, I think I'm gonna take Sugar Coated. This looks so beautiful, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of Coral Punch as well. So first I'm gonna go in with Sugar Coated, and there's definitely some fallout there. So we're just gonna take it easy. Okay, that looks beautiful on top of Ice Pop. I feel like it gave it dimension and it made it look a little bit more like editorial-like and fun. And I do have to say, you do not need MAC Fix Plus with this color sugar-coated. It looks phenomenal and it looks beautiful on top of Ice Pop. Like absolutely beautiful. And I'm using a MAC 242 brush to apply Ice Pop and apply the sugar-coated color. It goes on so smooth. The shimmer goes on very smooth. And like I mentioned, this one does also have fallout, but it has much less fallout than the yellow. Do I want to add Coral Punch on there? I wanted to add this one, Coral Punch, but I think I'm going to add that in the inner tear duct. So I'm going to take the shade Sunnies, which is like this nice matte white shade right there, and I'm going to apply it on my brow bone just to kind of give it that brow bone highlight. This color doesn't really have much fallout either. Also with this more like white shade, Sunnies, I feel like you can tell that it's not smooth and buttery. It just kind of feels rough. It is applying the color, the shade onto the lid way better than the yellow with not using as much product, but you can definitely tell that they're not as buttery as some other eyeshadows that I've tried. Now the shimmer in here, sugar-coated, felt extremely buttery, which I really appreciated. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up some last touches, and then I'm gonna go and do the lower lash line with some other colors and see how it does, because I do wanna see if it's going to pop. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I went ahead and applied some bronzer and I concealed, and I also applied some mascara. Today I'm not gonna be doing the most with my lashes. I just wanted to keep kind of natural so that you could still see the look. But I'm gonna dive into some of the rest of the colors. So I actually didn't apply highlight because the color Main Squeeze and Citrus look like they could be used as highlighters. So that being said, I'm gonna take my Anastasia A23 brush and I'm gonna take a little bit of both of them. I really like how Main Squeeze looks like, and we're gonna take it and apply it as highlight. And the reason I wanted to try it is because I feel like it has this really nice shimmery look. So I felt like it would be appropriate for a highlighter, and they're wearable to be used as highlighters if you really needed to. So I'm gonna be applying that. Okay, this as highlighter together, I mixed Citrus, like I mentioned, and Main Squeeze, and it looks beautiful. And I like it because it's very subtle. It kind of has a little bit of like glitter in there, like this really nice fine shimmer as well. So I think it just complements the skin very nicely. Okay, so that is approved for highlight. It looks poppin', very shimmery. Like I mentioned, I had to use MAC Fix Plus. So these shimmers in here are super amazing. The only colors I haven't used yet are Strawberry Lemonade and Cool Punch. Those are the two shimmers. But you know what? I may actually use them for my lower lash line. I was gonna leave it plain, but I think I'm gonna take Ice Pop, the color we used on the lid first, and just kind of distribute that over, and then use Strawberry Lemonade and, why can I get it out, and Coral Punch together on top. So I'm just gonna be taking this Morphe M508 brush, and we are going to be running that all over our lower lash line. I wasn't gonna do a lower lash line color, but because we're not doing lashes, I just kept it with mascara. I feel like it wouldn't look too dramatic, and you can always leave this part out if you don't feel comfortable doing like the most or having too much color with your eyes, then you can just leave it. And now I'm gonna be taking Coral Punch, which is right here. It's this really pretty shimmer. Ooh, super pigmented, as you can see. Kind of tap off the excess. Ooh, I actually like that underneath because I feel like it just neutralized that bright pink and kind of made it a little bit more light. And I also kind of ran it in my waterline. Okay, I thought that was gonna be shimmery, but it's actually not. It's kind of more matte, but it does a really good job of mixing together with Ice Pop, which is that brighter like pink berry color, and it kind of like neutralizes it and makes it more like a pop of pink. We're gonna go ahead and use Strawberry Lemonade, which is a shimmer, and we're gonna pop it into our inner tear duct. Ooh, that's really shimmery. It did have some fallout. Okay, that's freaking beautiful. Do you guys see that? That is so beautiful, and it required no MAC Fix Plus. Can we just talk about that? looks so beautiful. The shimmers in here are a freaking hit. They are a hit. So the only colors that we didn't use today were the dark colors, these dark colors. But to be honest, I always use dark colors. I feel like one of the main reasons why everybody gravitated towards this palette is because of the pops of color, not so much because of these shades that we're used to seeing, like the browns and the whites. So I didn't go into those colors, but we can always go into them again. So the only thing I do have to say is that I feel like as time went on, the yellow on here started to get a little bit brighter. It's almost like it oxidized a little bit compared to when I first applied it. I feel like when I first applied it, it just looked way, way too light, and it literally took me about 5 coats, 5 times of me dipping into the shadow and then back onto my lid for you guys to really see the color pop. I feel like the pink is really the statement of this look, but then the yellow kind of just complements it very nicely. So it ended up working out, but I definitely do have to applaud Maybelline for doing really well with their shimmers. I didn't need Matte Fix Plus, and usually that's not the case. Usually with shadows, I need to pack on that Matte Fix Plus and go in with a few swipes. This gave me pigmentation immediately. I am so impressed with their shimmers. I do have to say, in this palette, the shimmers are way better than the mattes. That's just something I noted. So that's saying something. And then those 2 shimmers for the highlight, like, can we just talk about how beautiful this highlight looks? It looks fantabulous. So those are my final thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this review on the new Lemonade Craze palette. I think that this is definitely a good purchase, especially if you're really into color, into fun looks, or if you want to step out of your comfort zone, because this palette still has those light colors that you can just use to kind of introduce yourself to these brighter colors, but I think it's still a very wearable palette. Like, you can do something very simple, or you can do something more dramatic. So I would say this is definitely something to be on the hunt for. I think right now they're only selling it on Amazon and Maybelline's website. I bought this on Amazon because they're not in store yet. But I think now that it's May, probably like next week or the week after, you'll start seeing them in stores. But if you want to get your hands on it right now, I would say go on Amazon. I will have it linked down below so you guys can check it out. And it's like $10.95. So it's not bad at all, and you get some good quality products, especially for drugstore. You guys know that sometimes drugstore can be a hit or miss, but I've been saying, and I stand by this to this day, that I think that drugstores really stepped up their game the past year. So I applaud Maybelline, and I think that this is worth the buy for sure. So if you guys enjoyed watching my video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these videos. If you guys have purchased this Lemonade Craze palette or plan on purchasing it, let me know down below in the comments section. I would love to start a conversation with you guys. And also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I would love for you to become a member of family here on YouTube, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss a video for the world. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to be notified as soon as I have a video up on my channel. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.